So I knew this movie was really popular. It was always, on the top of the charts when you went onto the Netflix homepage, but nobody told me why, and I don't know why, because it's totally my thing. Welcome to another movie review. Welcome back, or if you are new here, welcome. My name is Katrina and I make bookish content here on this channel every week, and then movie reviews just like this one here at the weekend. All of my movie reviews are spoiler free, and I will leave a playlist of them linked up above in case you are looking for something to watch this week. Yes, it's going to be another streaming movie review today, but that's okay. I know that there are a lot of you in the same boat as me and not able to go out to the cinema right now, so I am happy to bring you another streaming movie review. Today we're going to be talking about Tick, Tick, Boom, as you'll have seen from the thumbnail. I knew it was about a composer, and that's basically all that I knew, and I knew that everybody was enjoying it, so it was on my watch list and I wanted to watch it, but I didn't know A, it was a musical, or B, it was a biopic, or C, that it was set in New York even. And those three things are big boxes ticked for me. I love a biopic, I love a musical, and I love a New York setting. And this one I feel like takes full advantage of that New York setting as well. So yes, it is a musical. It is a 2-hour musical. Very, very exciting. And then, yeah, I didn't know that this was actually a true story until I got to the end of the film. I have no idea how it took me that long to know this. And then the fact that I didn't sort of twig that it was a true story until I got to the end of the film either. So this follows a composer, and we see him, trying to finish this space opera that he's been working on. Think sort of Rocky Horror type of thing. However, this space opera is totally about Instagram. Totally about Instagram. I hope that everybody else managed to pick that up as well. I thought it was fantastic, very much ahead of its time. And we see him, really struggling with that. We see him also going about his everyday life. We see him going to work. He wants to remain an actor who waits tables and not a waiter with a hobby, or not an actor, a composer who waits tables even. It's his friend that talks about being an actor who waits tables. But we also see him, having relationships with friends. We see him having relationship with his girlfriend and the complications of that. And so we really get to know this person, and we get to know him through his sort of performance on stage, that he's telling an audience about his life, which turns out, not a spoiler here, but turns out to be his musical Tick, Tick, Boom, which is why the film is called this. I had no idea. We also then, as an audience watching it as a movie, are privileged to see those scenes take place. So we see him in the diner at work, and we see him having a party with his friends, and we see him having a meeting with the guy that's going to be putting on his sort of workshop to show the world. We also see him just like really, really wanting to be Stephen Sondheim, and wanting to meet Stephen Sondheim, and wanting to perform to Stephen Sondheim, and just wanting to have Sondheim have his back and give him a break. And he's such a nice guy. I have decided that I absolutely love Andrew Garfield on screen. I didn't know this before because I had not seen an awful lot of things with Andrew Garfield in, but I did read that he is in The Social Network, and he did apparently audition originally for the role of Mark Zuckerberg, but they said no, he sort of wears his heart on his sleeve too much to play somebody who is so emotionally guarded. But I think that's what I love about seeing Andrew Garfield on screen. I think he's just so emotional in all of his performances, and you really kind of like see his feelings play out. In particular, a recent movie that I've seen multiple times in cinemas, just how emotional of a performance he gives in that movie. I really, really love him on screen, and so it was really nice to be able to watch a film that was really, really focused on one individual, and that individual be played by Andrew Garfield. And you sort of see video footage of the real composer at the end of the film, and they've really made him look so alike, and you can really see even like the mannerisms and things there. So he was just the obvious choice to play this role, and apparently Lin-Manuel Miranda, who produced, directs everything, wanted him for the role before he knew whether he could sing or not as well. And so I really, really love that story. But yeah, one of the best scenes in this film is a Sunday morning diner scene. I mean, Sunday morning diner in New York, but even in the 90s, brunch is still going to be a massive thing. We've all kind of been queuing outside of popular breakfast spots on a Sunday morning, we know what it's like. And so there's all this like stress and building, and people wanting things, and people calling and wanting to pay and wanting to order and wanting more of this and wanting things they don't have and getting the orders wrong and things. And it's really, really stressful situation. And then we launch into this big musical number. And there are all these Broadway legends that are involved in this musical number. It's so fantastic. I wanted to kind of rewatch that scene because I just wanted to go back and pick out the various things. I think YouTube's probably done it for me. I could probably go onto YouTube and have someone, you know, circle the faces of everybody. But that scene in particular, even without the Broadway legends, it would have been an absolutely fantastic number. But with the addition of like trying to spot the different people in the scene, it was fantastic. And again, I didn't know going into it that A, this was a musical, or B, there was this number with all these Broadway legends in. But I was like, oh, it's Chicha Rivera. I recognise original Velma Kelly from Chicago. She's on my original soundtrack that I had in my CD in my car. And yeah, it was just so magical and so fantastic. The film is incredibly emotional. There are parts of it that are really stressful, but the musical numbers are fantastic, and Andrew Garfield is just so magnetic. There are so many other big names attached to this one as well, including a sort of voice performance from Stephen Sondheim before he died. So that was something special as well. So I don't know why none of you told me to watch this sooner, knowing that I love a biopic, knowing that I love a musical, and knowing that I love things set in New York. But I'm glad I finally watched it, and I am urging you to watch this now. Should you use your streaming time this week to watch this film? Absolutely you should. It is a 2-hour film. It's wonderful to watch. You could break it down into 2 parts if you only had an hour to spare, but I feel like the emotion and the tension and the kind of like, you know, will he do it element of it really benefits from watching it all in one go. So I do recommend watching it all in one go if you can. Obviously watch it with the best sound that you possibly can. It was filmed partly in Dolby Atmos, so make of that what you will. Yeah, so if there is anything particular you would like to see me review here next week, please do let me know in comments. I will, just as a caveat, be back out at the cinema hopefully at some point this week, all being well. And I definitely want to go and see Belfast. I definitely want to go and see Sing 2. I still have not seen the new Scream film, so let me know if I should prioritise any of those over others. And if there's anything coming out this weekend that I need to prioritise to go and see as well, please do let me know. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you thought of Tick Tick Boom if you've already streamed it. And I will be back with more bookish content for you in the week, so make sure you are subscribed and hit that notification bell so that you do not miss out on my movie review that I will be posting here next weekend. But yes, I will see you with my February TBR and my January wrap up in the week. Thank you so much for watching.